feels so momentous.
It isn't momentous.
And we're on the road.
Oh my god.
Hello, Samantha Fisher.
Hello.
We are sitting here on your porch in Traverse City, Michigan, having just returned from your residency with the Make America Project.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like this residency was, I mean, I didn't really know what to expect because I've never done anything like it, but it somehow at the same time exceeded my expectations. Like, I don't know, it was kind of great. It was a beautiful mix of just sort of traveling as a person and traveling as an artist and traveling as somebody who was like plugging into what you three already had going, and sort of bringing my own thing to that. There was a really beautiful sort of combination of things for me on this trip where we were home in my home state, but in a place that I'd never been to, several places I'd never been to. So there was both the elements of familiarity and the new, which was really cool to plug into as a writer and as a photographer to sort of explore. I had a really lovely moment on the beach our first morning where I was writing, and as I was writing I was thinking of photographs that I could take to sort of pair with what I was coming up with. And then I started taking photos and was inspired to write some things based on what I was seeing through the lens, which was something that I'd never really experienced because my photography and my poetry have usually been fairly separate. Like, I've never actively tried to piece them together. They've often fit together because of place and genre and things like that. So that was a really beautiful sort of realization that those things could coincide so, and like inspire each other so starkly. Yeah, it was really a very cool moment for me to kind of go, whoa, this is awesome. Like, it's flowing, both elements are flowing together.
What was it like crossing the bridge for the first time?
I mean, when we crossed the first time, you know, it was sunset, so it was this sort of like magical moment where it just happened to be almost like perfectly laid out, you know, for an artist to like look out and go, hey. Like, not only is this, you know, this beautiful expanse of water where these lakes meet, you know, we're going right over it, but we're also, you know, going over it in this moment, like almost built for the appreciation of that experience, which was really cool. For me, art meets travel almost everywhere. Like, there's not really anything I do when I'm traveling that I'm not somehow like tucking away for later artistic use, especially when you're somewhere new. There's the place where the newness of where you are and the familiarity of your own like work and process kind of come together, and you're like, okay, I'm doing what I love to do, what I've always done in my own same way, but I'm doing it in this place that's kind of pulling new things out of me at the same time. And you know, I'm maybe doing it like, I don't regularly sit on the beach in the morning and write poetry. I wish my life was that, but it's not.
Right.
And so, you know, while I'm, you know, doing the same thing, I'm doing it in this sort of new way. And I guess that's where the travel piece comes in for me, is like that sort of location informs your mood, which informs, you know, where you're coming from with your work, which informs maybe how you're approaching what you're doing. Map is a chance to both collaborate with and be supported by artists who believe in art and encourage that. And I have no idea why I'm tearing up, but I am. It was that beautiful for me. That was, and I think it's also a great opportunity to explore your own art with new people who aren't familiar with it, but are encouraging of it nonetheless, and really trying to get you to look at it from new perspectives. Also just, like, badass babes doing their thing. Just, yeah, I mean, people who believe in art and want it to be good and do good and are working to encourage that and create that.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. That's great.
Samantha Fisher, inaugural resident.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yes.
Yay.
Map.
Yay.
Back to
So,
one.
Samantha Fisher.
Last books.
Back to one. Last. Come on.